Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars and welcome to another PlayStation review. Today I'm taking a look at Dawn of Man. Now this is a game that I actually have reviewed. Back in 2021 I did a PS4 review for this version of the game. And this is now the PS5 review for the version of the game, because in case you didn't know, if you do own this game, there is a free upgrade to PlayStation 5, which I was pleasantly surprised with, because I'd not played this game for a couple of years and I was kind of looking through my library of games and I saw that there was a free upgrade, so I thought, well, I'm going to give that a go. And I tried it, and then this is one of those games that I think is done so well, it kind of drew me in again, and I've ended up putting quite a lot of time into this game. So I thought I'd give you a bit of an updated review, really. And if you haven't seen my other review, well, think of this as like a brand new one, I suppose. Now, for those of you who are not sure, Dawn of Man essentially is a city management game, a city builder game that is essentially set, obviously, back at the dawn of man. The clue's in the title there, guys. What can you expect with this one? Well, you've got 5 different ages to kind of work through, right up, the caveman stage, right up until like the Iron Age sort of thing. And you've got to unlock certain things to progress through history sort of thing. Now, you start off with a very, very small village. There's only a handful of people there, and you've got to kind of learn to survive for yourself. So the first thing you're going to have to do is like assign tasks for hunting, chopping down trees, collecting berries, fishing, that kind of stuff. And you've got to build shelter for yourselves, campfires. You've got to build things to dry out your meat that you hunt, dry out skins that you've got. Then you've got to craft crafting huts that can make certain things that you're going to need in your camp. And then slowly but surely, new people will join the camp. But it's only like a trickle. There's not many. Okay, you might get on a yearly basis, because obviously you'll be doing a lot of fast forwarding on this, like, as things are being built or as you're waiting for things to happen. And you might get a couple of people a year, sometimes a little bit more, and people within your village will eventually have children and stuff, and that's how you get more people in the camp. So the progress here, and it's worth saying this, is slow. It's very, very slow but sure, incremental changes that happen. And that's one of the things I like about this game. This is one of my favourite city builder games that I've played in years gone by. I remember I gave this one quite a favourable score when I played it back in 2021 and reviewed it. And my thoughts haven't changed here at all in regards to the game. It is still very, very enjoyable. Really relaxed gameplay. And like I say, you can just kind of chill out while you're playing it, and as you slowly progress, you get like knowledge points, and these knowledge points will unlock new aspects at each age that you're in, sort of thing. So it might unlock the ability to mine copper. It might unlock the ability to build a well. It might unlock the ability to domesticate animals. And then everything that you unlock, it will allow you to build or upgrade everything that's in your village. So if you've got initially like a mud hut that you've built sort of thing, you can upgrade that to like a straw hut as your knowledge increases. Same with all your storage huts and stuff. You can upgrade them rather than knock them down and rebuilding. You can just upgrade them so you've got more storage slots. And then you've got other things that you can craft that you're going to need in your village. You're going to need a place to bury your dead. You're going to need a place for people to worship. And then eventually you'll get to the point where you can even build like defences, like fences around your village. And then eventually when you get to like the Iron Age and stuff, you can then, make the walls out of stone rather than wood to make them more sturdy, because you will suffer attacks in this game. There are a number of animal attacks that you can suffer, not just within your settlement, but while you're sending your villagers out to hunt or forage or whatever they're doing outside your village, whatever tasks you've assigned them, they might run into a cave bear or some other kind of animal out in the wilderness that's going to attack them. And then also you will get like raider attacks on your village as you progress through the ages as well. So you've got to build enough and progress enough so that you can create weapons for your villagers, so that they can defend the village. But inevitably you will lose some of your villagers through these attacks, and then you might get to the point where there is too much of a workload, because before an attack you might have had, I don't know, 40 people in your village. After the attack you might have 31 people in the village, but they've all got to share the same tasks that they had before, and it's too much for 31 people when you had 40. So you've then got to think, I've got to reduce the workload. But it's done at such a pace that you don't feel like you're spinning too many plates at once. I think this is a very, very relaxed approach to a management sim. And for me, it's one of the most relaxed and one of the best introductions to this genre, I would suggest. If there are those out there that don't really have the patience for these or find them too complex, this is a great starting point. Now, in regards to upgrades for the PlayStation 5, it does have a decent amount here. So it allows the game to run in 4K resolution with the PlayStation 5 upgrade, which is very nice. It's gone to 60 frames per second now for the majority of the game, which is a massive step up from the PlayStation 4. There is much higher detail now when you zoom in. There's finer textures, more detail visible in the terrain and in the units and stuff. It does look very, very pretty, I think, when you're zooming in or out on this game. So it's higher fidelity graphics, better visual crispness. So they've not exactly overhauled the game or anything, but that's because it didn't need it. But for a free upgrade, it really has made the game run a lot smoother. It looks a lot prettier. Like I say, the textures are good, 60 frames per second. I think you don't really think you can complain too much in regards to a free upgrade for a game like that. Now, because of this game originally was released certainly before 2021, I didn't play this when it was first released. I think this is a cracking game to pick up. You'll be able to pick it up very, very cheap, and it is one of the better city building games out there. So I'm going to give it a strong 8.5 out of 10. Thank you very much for joining me for the review, and I hope you found it useful.